when people ask me questions like this is what worries me, because it's like sometimes when I'm being interviewed or talking to fans and they say, oh, the reason they like my stories is because the pacing is just right, or the character development, or the camera angles, and it's perfect the way you do this or the way you do that. And I'm thinking, well, God, I don't analyze it like that. I'm not doing this. I never studied this. And also lots of kids will write to me and want me to describe to them how this is done. And I say, I don't know. I do it just the way I did when I was a little kid. I just sit there and I tell a story. I know that I want to do it a certain way, but I don't know why. I don't know why this panel the characters have to be in this position. And sometimes I have to pull away and then zoom in. I don't know. It's just from watching a lot of movies and reading a lot of comics. Just inherently, I know this is how I want to do this story and draw this panel. I can't explain it. And when people tell me that, oh, you did this just right, the pacing is, and that scares me, because I didn't try to do it that way. It was an accident. And if it was an accident, maybe I'll never be able to do it again. And it's like I'm worried a house of cards is going to collapse. Even long before, when I was doing Donald Duck comics, whether I was in high school or college or drawing for fanzines, sometimes somebody would come up and say, gosh, I wish I could draw like that. And I say, well, why can't you? And they say, well, once I tried drawing once, but it wasn't any good, and I quit. And I said, well, I tried drawing once, and it wasn't any good, but I kept doing it because it was fun. I didn't care what it looked like. I enjoyed it. I did it for the sake of doing it because it was fun. And the longer I did it, the better it got. That's one reason I don't like my artwork, is I never tried long enough, because it was just a hobby. I didn't take training, and I didn't do it 8-9 hours a day. I just did it a couple of times a week. I think the people, when they say something like that, they're both insulting themselves and they're insulting me, because they're implying that they can't do it even if they tried. And they could. You can do anything you want in life if you try hard enough and you have enough inspiration and you're willing to work hard enough at it. Because everybody's born a blank slate. It's just from that moment of birth on. If somebody's born without arms, I guess they can't draw. But just as far as a mental ability, it's all a mental ability. If they are inspired enough and work at it hard enough, they can do anything they want. And for that person to say that he's incapable of it, he's insulting himself. Also, when he's telling me that I can draw because of a natural talent, he's insulting me, because I can draw because I worked at it. And people who can draw far better than me deserve even more credit. They worked at it harder. That's the reason they can draw. So people who give up on something, they should not insult me, and they should not insult themselves. You can do anything you want to if you just work at it hard enough.